Hello fam, and welcome to another news update from Naija News Manga. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thanks to all who did from our last update. I don't take your appreciation for granted. Dalu, nagode, pore, modupe, gidigon. Now to today's loaded content. My people, word on the streets. Alleged ni wọ́n pé o. Ẹ má kó bá Naija News Manga torí ẹ̀ ní bàbá àǹsì níyà. Ọmọ òrukàn ni mí. Na orphan I be o, I beg you. I beg, I dey beg una o. Na orphan I be o. Back to the story, which is that Bobrisky's mystery godfather is a top politician, popularly known as number 3, i.e. there is number 1, number 2, and then the oga pata of them all is Bobrisky's bobo number 3. Alleged ni o. There are also allegations that Bobrisky's connections come from his ties to various politicians. Take a listen.
Send me a text. A very big politician, I won't call his name, and I won't call the position he's holding. So, and he told me that I should read this thing out. He said, "Good evening, sir. Sir, there is a court in Nigeria whose members that are males with male in Nigeria to renew that political control. They are by nature, but they are made us with fellow men so as to keep being politically relevant. They do this course 3 times a year. I believe God is among those bids, along with some other things. Are you aware he does parties without camera? Those parties are being organized and funded by those scholars during their concerts. Nothing will happen to Bobrisky. Some of you do not know that this country is controlled by men who control, and Bobrisky is their king. Whenever those court members with men so as to renew their power, they pay Bobrisky millions. Bobrisky, on the other hand, will supply them all their consignment. Sometimes he will organize a party through Bob and come to
Note that this is alleged. Moving on, we cited Portable doing what he knows best, which is causing scatter. Watch.
Me, I come from Nigeria. I'm a superstar, very happy. I come from Africa. Those people say they want to snap picture with me. Then I tell them I'm shopping. They should wait for me. Because I'm working with him. Why is he talking to me? He's good. Hello. This is the way he's talking to me. You go throw blow. I go throw blow. On do blow in Canada, and you want to blow. Oh, why not? Let's go to the security office. No problem. Hey, hello, let's go. I'm available by way. If that guy they punch, you want fight me? That's why he said go beat me. Beat me. Me, I be small pikin. I be because I shot. I believe you Kuni. I feel small big go. Fuck you, bro. We are in Canada. Man, they fear you. Let me go. I want to buy my clothes. Who is him? Why I not go buy my clothes?
Word on the street is that our guy man Portable will soon be deported from Canada. Wahala. Even though we're missing Portable here in Nigeria, we don't want him deported. I beg. Portable, you want to ṣe jeje. Jeje láyé gbà. I know say jeje no dey your dictionary, but just ask anybody around you, including that Oyinbo Sisi where they follow you around. Ask them to explain the meaning to you. You hear me? Hey, the only thing they vex me about this matter is that Portable said they are trying him because he's because of his height. Naija News Manga safe. Na small line I take to pass Coke bottle. If I me and Coke bottle, we go to struggle for first position. So if it is true that they are trying Portable because of his height, Nigerian News Manga said we go follow him to fight now. I saw the Jagboroni, we go turn him to street fight. In another development, pro-Biafra agitator Simon Ekpa has denied being IPOB's leader following his arrest in Finland. Recall he was arrested on Thursday as Finnish detectives said he had incited violence against civilians and public authorities and in other crimes in southeast Nigeria. Some Nigerians in Finland are said to be in PANIC following his arrest and detention and are afraid of commenting over FEAR of being ATTACKED. A Nigerian community leader said, "Everyone is afraid to speak about Ekpa's arrest. The key people in Finland and the Igbo community at large are not ready to lend their voices either." Naija newsmonger learns that some persons were being accused of reporting Ekpa to the police and were being THREATENED, and that people don't want to speak about Ekpa for FEAR of being HUNTED by his followers, fueled by the belief that they will HUNT whoever comes out to talk about their leader, as they are very DEADLY. However, we also gather that the Finnish government is trying to get ahead of the situation. Now, you might recall that Ekpa was arrested along with 4 others last Thursday by Finnish authorities on suspicion of terror, TERROR-related activities, including incitement to violence and financing terrorism. Nigeria's defense headquarters has welcomed the development, calling for his extradition. In an interesting twist to the story, IPOB has distanced itself from Ekpa, stating that he has never been a registered member of the group. In a statement released by its spokesman, Ima Powerful, the group accused Ekpa of recruiting violent criminals to destabilize the southeast region. The statement read, "The attention of the global family and movement of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has been drawn to the news of the arrest and subsequent claim by the infamous Prime Minister of Biafra government in exile, BRGIE, Simon Ekpa, of being an IPOB member." To set the records and facts straight, Simon Ekpa has never been a member of the global IPOB family movement, contrary to the deliberate and malicious misinformation from the neo-colonialist news agency, the BBC, that Simon Ekpa is an IPOB leader. Lobaton, BBC has also entered the matter. The quote continues, "Simon Ekpa has never and is not an IPOB member, let alone being a leader in IPOB. IPOB has some family units in Finland, and Simon Ekpa is not a registered member of any IPOB unit in Finland or any IPOB unit globally." In a separate development, FCT Minister Nyesom Wike has refuted allegations that he was barred from the Aso Rock presidential villa due to drunken behavior. The claims made by journalist Jackson Uday on his X handle alleged that Wike was intoxicated while receiving Indian Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, recently. Uday further claimed, citing an anonymous security officer, that Wike was prevented from accessing the villa during Modi's visit to President Bola Tinubu. In response, Wike's media aide, Larry Olayinka, issued a statement dismissing the allegations as baseless. He clarified that Wike had received the Indian Prime Minister as directed by President Tinubu and performed his official duties, including escorting him to the presidential villa on Sunday morning. Mr. Olayinka described the report as a deliberate attempt to misrepresent facts and tarnish the minister's reputation. The statement read, "Fact is, the FCT minister led the Prime Minister to his hotel from the airport, and it was from the hotel that he, Wike, led the Prime Minister to the presidential villa on Sunday morning, where his duty ended." Up till now, Jackson Uday is still spinning lies to defend his initial lies, but for us who know his antecedents, we will not dignify him henceforth. That is still Olayinka speaking. After all, this same Jackson Uday said in many tweets that the immediate past governor of Kogi State, Yahaya Bello, had fled Nigeria through Niger Republic. He even accused the Minister of State of Defense, Bello Matawalle, of helping Yahaya Bello to escape to Niger Republic. However, the same Yahaya Bello that Jackson Ude said had fled Nigeria showed up at the EFCC headquarters in Abuja on September 18, 2024. But like I have said, we will not be bothered. Anyway, folks, you're watching the video on the screen, so you can make your own conclusions from that. Subsequent reports claim Wike is begging the presidency not to punish him for shoving the Indian Prime Minister, blaming diarrhea for the embarrassing development. Mr. Wike, unsure of his fate after the fiasco and in a bid to outsmart the presidency, has allegedly been deploying different tactics to avoid disciplinary action over his undignified behavior, claiming he suffered diarrhea and was only in a haste to get to the toilet in an effort to justify his disoriented behavior towards the Indian leader. The matter has been escalated to the disciplinary desk, but Mr. Tinubu has yet to approve that the minister be issued a query to explain why he embarrassed his foreign guest. Note that the diarrhea excuse does not tally with his media aide's previous explanations, which stated his assignment was only to deliver Mr. Modi to the State House, which he did. Now, the minister and former two-term Rivers governor, that's Wike, has been serially accused of acting under the influence of alcohol. Senior lawyer Chidi Odinkalu once berated him for interpreting the bar invitation to the Nigerian Bar Association to mean a drinks bar where he could get, in quote, hopelessly DRUNK. Mr. Odinkalu wrote on his LinkedIn page to flay the minister for his long battle with alcohol abuse. In quote, Nyesom Wike became a member of the Nigerian Bar Association headquarters in 1998 and promptly mistook the bar for an invitation to get hopelessly DRUNK. Mr. Wike, according to the human rights law professor, was, in quote, greedy glutton who binged on, in quote, every beverage the country can offer, including VIOLENCE and vintage alcohol. Rotimi Amechi, who Mr. Wike succeeded as Rivers governor, also once in March of 2023 said that the minister spent an average of 50 million naira buying alcoholic beverages every week. The person Wike buys alcohol from said Wike spends 50 million naira every week on alcohol. The primary schools we built were 112 million. That means in 2 weeks, Wike drank one primary school. When Wike talks, it is alcohol that he is talking, and he's so shameless about it. Wike once told the whole world on live TV that he was drinking a very expensive 40-year-old whiskey in the morning. Recall the FCT minister had admitted to drinking a 40-year-old whiskey in the morning while watching his party members protest against Mr. Tinubu's presidential election victory. In quote, as they were protesting, I just sat down and took a 40-year whiskey. I called some of my friends and opened the 40-year-old whiskey as they were protesting, Mr. Wike said. Replying to Amechi at the time, Wike said yes, he would drink more instead of using state resources to destroy families, adding that he will bring 80-year-old whiskey to celebrate the victory of the governorship candidate of the PDP, Siminalayi Fubara. Meanwhile, he has fallen out with the Fubara now. Politics in Nigeria, just playing with our heads, honestly. Anyway, back to our report. The Indian embassy apparently has not yet commented on whether Mr. Modi took offense at the minister's conduct. The presidency has also declined comments. Niger Newsmonger is also declining comments for now. Mr. Modi was the first Indian Prime Minister to visit Nigeria in 17 years after former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh visited in October of 2007. Mr. Tinubu conferred Mr. Modi with the national honor of Grand Commander of the Order of Niger, the nation's second highest award, in appreciation of his contributions to strengthening bilateral ties. On Entertainment Boulevard, Olajumoke Orisagunna, the breadseller turned model, has resurfaced to tell her story of DV and how her ex-husband's ABUSE shattered her career. And this was on City FM, where she revealed they were no longer together. Recall that she became an overnight sensation in 2016 after accidentally walking into a photo shoot being done by T.Y. Bello for British rapper Tiny Temper. Her story, which can be likened to one of Grass to Grace, captivated many at the time, but her crash may have missed our collective radar. Anyway, she appears to be back with a bang, and of course, Nigeria Newsmonger wishes her the best. We have come to the end of this update, my people. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe so that Nigeria Newsmonger self can enjoy Christmas jollof. Anyway, see you on our next update. Bye for now.